Hello, Gemini. We are looking at 2024 as a year overall. We're breaking down every single month, so you might want to save this and come back to it throughout the year. Your overall energy feels like you want to get moving. You're restless, is how it comes across. You also want to kind of align yourself a bit better. You realize that maybe you were a bit too all over the place last year. Or perhaps you weren't actually taking off at all. You were just stuck in a rut. And so you're like, okay, wheels back on the wagon, let's go. But you're wanting to align kind of like, okay, I know I have this tendency, but also I have this goal. So how do I utilize my ego or my darker side or my, I don't know, just some sauciness to you, or even like my addictive personality, perhaps for some of you. How do I align that? How do I utilize it to push forward on my goals? If I could really get hooked on this, then it would be a healthier outlet for my restless energy. Okay. So in January, I see you actually kind of standing still and going, hang on, I'm waiting for the right wave this time. I'm just giving myself a minute to catch my breath. I feel like you're on the lookout for something. You're kind of watching the tide come in and seeing what it will bring, what opportunities are going to come through. It's understandable for this time of year because maybe some of you aren't back at work yet, or maybe it's just like, I'm back at work, but I'm keeping my options open. Okay. I feel like you're waiting for the next thing to start up. Now, this actually feels quite healing for you to do, because it gives you some observation, not just of your own life, but of other people's lives. So maybe you're looking at some mentors or even memoirs, okay, is how it comes across. I just heard biopic. So you could be writing your own, but you're wanting to kind of rewrite your story, or you're wanting to expand your story. All this restless energy speaks of expansion, and you want to be able to, okay, everything that I've learned over these years, let's put it into action this year. So in February, I see that you go, okay, because of all this observation, because of what I saw wash up on the shore, metaphorically, now I have all these choices. So you start turning over shells to see what is under everything. It's a curiosity. It's quite healthy. And like I said, very healing for you, because it's giving you, I guess, a bird's eye view of what is available. What is it like? What does the smorgasbord look like? I'm going to go check out the buffet before I actually put things on my plate. Follow the thread of whatever excites you, okay, Gemini? Like, really, some things that you turn over, some options are going to be too good to be true. Some of them are going to be snakes and some of them are going to be ladders, all right? In March, I see more of the counterproductivity is how it's coming across. So it's like, I know I need to balance out my life. I know I need to start something. I know I need to bring in perhaps more income because you're sick of robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's coming up. But it's like, now in this patient state, now in this limbo state, now in this healing state, now in this bird's eye view, wow, I've actually had an epiphany. And the epiphany seems to be that I don't need to chase love all the time. I don't need to invest in people that aren't investing in me. So April, I really see you letting go of potential love offers. You might reject a couple of people, especially if you're on the dating scene and you've just given, the first 3 months of 2024, you've given dating a break and you've just kind of observed, especially if you're like going out with friends, you're just like, I would never, you're really kind of setting a new bar for yourself. And I see in April that you may break some hearts. And I think that's actually a good thing because you're trusting your intuition here. In May, I see that you may collaborate with certain people, places, or things. So this might be hanging around new communities. Maybe you join a gym, maybe you join a spiritual group, a yoga group, or it could be a creative group, okay, working on a community project perhaps. And I think that that's helping you to put you in new rooms where you can meet more like-minded people, again, so that you can kind of rub off on other people's energies, will rub off on you, so to speak, so that you can keep leveling up for yourself. It's a very observational, but also kind of jittery year for you, okay? In June, I see that you are potentially isolating yourself on purpose because you look, especially if you started dating in May, maybe some of that collaborative energy is like meeting someone through friends. It's like, oh, I was I was hooked up because a friend of a friend. And maybe that didn't work out because in April you were like, I'm setting standards and I'm rejecting these people who are low vibrational or just lowballing love offers in my direction. And it could be more than dating. It could be friends. It could be family members. It could be work. But it's on an emotional level where I emotionally overgive. I'm not doing that. So if you start dating again in May, by June, I think you're kind of back in that self-isolation where you're like, nah, I'm a goddamn queen. I am not or king, whatever. I'm just treating myself better, okay? And so I see you focused on your coin in June. I see you really focused on leveling up in terms of potentially quality over quantity. It could have to do with even, I'm seeing you clean out your makeup drawer for some of you, like cleaning the benches. So really giving everything a thorough deep clean, including your mindset, but clearing out the clutter so that you can find the key. Okay, that's how it comes across, so that you can find the key to what really makes you happy. And in July, I do see that perhaps even creative ideas that you are getting, perhaps even chances to heal, you kind of get to this point where you're blocking out a lot of people in July. It's giving winter, okay? I know it will be winter in the southern hemisphere and summer in the north, but it's giving winter. And someone else got that. I'll have to go back and check who got that, but it was just an energy of middle of the year. Don't talk to me, I'm peopled out, okay? But this is good for you. I feel like it's giving you a sunshine state of mind. It's really helping you stop and smell the roses. It's helping you to meet the other side of yourself, and that is very Gemini, very much needed. But I see you returning with vigor in August. You are hitting the road running. You are successful. If you've been working on something in private, and that's part of why you've been isolating, distraction diet, not having it, you're not getting in the way of my goals, then I think that's a really good thing because you've got the energy in September to continue seeing this creative project through and elevating. You actually, if you wanted to be a king or a queen and you wanted to elevate, you've done it by September. And what a short amount of time. That's 3 months and you completely switch things up. And some of you are thinking, yeah, but it's been a decade-long process. I get it. In October, it feels like, again, there's things to test us, right? It's a bit of a roller coaster ride where you hit this high and you're like, okay, things are going really well. But then life says, if you want to level up again, then something also has to give again. Something has to go again, because it's like a rocket ship taking off, and it's like dropping all of its little parts to extend through the next level of the atmosphere. It's got to be lighter. So you are becoming lighter the more you move into 2024, to the point where you are so grateful for everything that you have, everything that you are, everything that you've become. You trust yourself more. You trust your intuition more. I feel like that's a big thing for you. You trust the words that are coming out of your mouth. Wow, I love that. To the point where in November, if you've negotiated a better deal, in November, you get it and then some. You get a new opportunity, a new offer. And this is where I think you find that key that you've been looking for. Yes, you had some success in August and September, but I feel in November, it's like, oh, now I know this is stable. Okay, so in August and September, you had some success. In October, you were like, let's just maybe just take it slow it down a little bit just to make sure it's stable. And in November, it comes back and it says, now I'm stable. Okay, here's the key. Here's the new office layout. Here's the new house. Here's the engagement ring. Here's the stability, the commitment that you need in order to speed things up once and for all and to really, really charge forward. So this chariot energy that's really guiding your year of like, it's time to move forward. It's time to lead the way, lead myself first. It's time to like hit the road, Jack. Like, I just want to travel. I want to have a good time. I want my life to start speeding up because I'm sick of the doldrums, okay? In December, wow, all the travel, all the good news, all the things. It's like everything is happening at once, and this time you can count on it because you trust you. You've done the work on yourself. The wisdom here is amazing. The growth that you have, it's a lot going on, but the growth that you have by the end of 2024 is going to you're going to assess the year and just be so proud of yourself and so emotionally enriched is how it's coming across. So enjoy, Gemini. I love this for you. Let me know how it resonates below.